Have you ever wondered what it's really like to live in a city nobody talks about but that has a soul of its own? What it means to ride through the streets of Goiânia on an old motorcycle, taking your mom to church while dreaming of a different life. Most people just see a name on the map, but this city, it's alive. It's full of stories. And I want to show you one of them. Today's ride isn't just a ride, it's a little journey. A way to show you a slice of real Brazil, no filters, no tourist spots, just the day-to-day of someone trying to figure things out. While the city passes by in the mirror, I'll share a bit of who I am. My life, my dreams, my struggles, and why, even without ever leaving the country, I feel like I'm always chasing something bigger. This video isn't just for motorcycle lovers. It's for anyone who enjoys honest stories, stories with dust, sunlight, and heart. Stories that reflect the kind of life that most people live, but few people tell. So buckle up, or better yet, just hit play. Because sometimes the simplest rides are the ones that show us the most about life. My name is Pedro. I'm an engineer, born and raised right here in Goiânia, Brazil. I've never left the country, never even stepped foot in another one, but I've always had this burning desire to see more, to live something different. Right now, I'm riding a CG 2014, I'm not even sure anymore. It's got over 116,000 kilometers on it. Yeah, you heard that right. This bike's been through a lot with me. She's simple, old, but reliable. This motorcycle ISNT Justa Ride. It's a symbol of daily life here. Cheap to maintain, fuel efficient, and perfect for getting around the city when you're not trying to spend too much. Most people here ride bikes like this, not because they don't dream of bigger ones, but because reality hits hard. Everything's expensive: cars, apartments, even gas. So we ride what works, what gets us from A to B without draining our wallets. I used to have a bigger motorcycle, a 600cc beast, fast, powerful, beautiful, but it drank fuel like crazy, and for someone using it every day, it just didn't make sense. So I came back to basics, and honestly, that decision taught me a lot about priorities, about keeping it real. This little CG is part of my story now, and I'm proud of it. Now that I've started filming these rides, this bike has taken on a new role. It's not just transportation anymore, it's a camera mount, a mobile studio, and maybe even the beginning of something new. I'm not just showing you the roads I ride, I'm sharing a piece of the life I live. A life that, like this bike, might not be fancy, but it's honest, and it keeps moving forward. Goiânia isn't the kind of city that shows up in travel blogs. It's not flashy, and it doesn't have beaches or big landmarks. But when you ride through it on a motorcycle, you start to see the soul beneath the surface. Today I passed by the street where I used to live. It's funny how certain places can unlock memories without saying a word. Just riding through brings back a flood of thoughts. The weather here is dry, really dry. When people fly in, they feel it right away. Breathing is weird at first, but the sky, always clear, always bold. There's something peaceful about it once you get used to it. The city feels both calm and busy at the same time. The neighborhoods are spread out, and on a bike, everything feels closer, but let me tell you the traffic. It's a headache. Goiânia was originally designed for about 50,000 people. Now, there are over 1 million living here. So yeah, the roads can't keep up. Traffic lights take forever, streets get jammed. It's part of the daily grind. Luckily, today's a holiday. That means fewer cars, quieter roads, and when that happens, people here hit the countryside. They escape to nearby towns or farms just to breathe a little. Is a favorite. Waterfalls, hiking trails, fresh air. A perfect reset. It's close enough for a day trip, but far enough to feel like you left the city behind. Back in the city, I'm riding down it cuts through a big part of town. If you watched my last video, you saw this street at night. Now you're seeing it during the day. It's like looking at two different worlds. That's the thing about Goiânia, it changes with the light. At night, it feels quiet and mysterious. During the day, it's bright, dusty, sometimes messy, but always alive. Some neighborhoods are clean and green, others are more chaotic. Trash on the streets, sidewalks in bad shape. It reflects how uneven things still are around here. Education, infrastructure, even basic care, it's all still catching up. But despite the flaws, this city has heart. It's got a peaceful vibe, a slower rhythm. It feels like a mix of small-town kindness and big city structure. People don't talk much about Goiânia, maybe because it doesn't scream for attention. It doesn't have flashy attractions or massive events. But for those who live here, it quietly becomes part of who you are. And that's what I want to show, not a postcard version, but the real thing, the good, the bad, the honest, everyday view from the seat of a motorcycle. There are days when I wonder, does life really have to stay the same forever? Wake up, work, come home, repeat. Is that all there is? Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful. I work as a structural engineer, and it's a solid job. But deep down I feel this constant pull for something more. Something freer. Something that makes me feel alive. I want to travel. I want to live in different places for a few months. Even though I love Goiânia, I want to experience life outside these streets. Just to see how it feels. To breathe different air. That's why I'm trying something new. The internet, I've started building channels, learning how content works, trying to find a way to turn what I love into something that could also support me. This channel here, it's part of that journey. But I also have others, one about philosophy, one about personal finance. I'm still figuring things out, testing ideas, learning as I go. It's scary sometimes. You put in hours filming, editing, talking to a camera, and you don't know if anyone will care. But every time I upload something, it feels like a step forward, like I'm building something real. I know it won't be quick. Nothing worthwhile is, but I'm okay with slow progress. As long as I'm moving, as long as I'm not stuck in that cycle of wake, work, repeat. The idea isn't to be famous, it's to be free, to create something that's mine. That allows me to spend more time with people I love, do work I believe in, and maybe one day wake up in a different country with a camera and a plan. It's a big dream, I know. But every dream has to start somewhere. And right now, it's starting here with this video, this ride, this honest conversation between you and me, ... If this works out, I don't want to be the only one winning. I want to share the road. Take you along for every ride, every new place, every lesson learned the hard way. Because maybe, just maybe, showing my real life can help someone else change theirs too. Making these videos isn't as simple as just hitting record and going for a ride. There's a lot that happens behind the scenes, and I'm still learning every step of the way. I recently switched cameras. Now I'm using It's not the most advanced setup, but for what I do, it works. I also started using filters to get better image quality. You've probably noticed the difference already. The thing is, I'm not a filmmaker. I didn't study video. I'm just a guy trying to figure out how to share a story using what I have. A bike, a camera, and a lot of curiosity. And let me be real, filming on a motorcycle isn't easy. My GoPro keeps shutting off after 8 or 10 minutes. I don't know if it's overheating or just acting up. If anyone out there knows, let me know. But I still keep filming. I shoot, stop, shoot again. Then I go home, transfer everything, sit down to watch it all, and start recording the voiceover like I'm doing right now. This part, talking to you while watching the ride, is where I feel most connected. I get to relive the moment and share it with you from my own thoughts and feelings, not just from what the camera saw. And yeah, you might have noticed I've taken this same route before. I was taking my mom to church again, just like in the last video. That wasn't planned, it just worked out that way. I didn't want to I wanted to keep it real. Simple. And sometimes, the best content is made from everyday things, just told with honesty. This video isn't some polished masterpiece, but it's mine. And every time I upload something, I learn more about filming, editing, storytelling, and myself. Living in Goiânia has its ups and downs just like anywhere else. But if you really pay attention, the little things start to tell a bigger story. Some areas here are super clean, organized, well-kept, but in other parts, it's different. Streets are dirty, sidewalks broken, people throw trash like it's nothing. It's not just about money, it's about awareness, education, care. You notice that more when you ride through every kind of neighborhood. When you're on a motorcycle, there's no filter between you and the city. You see everything. Another thing that bugs me is the traffic lights. Seriously, they take forever to change. Cars pile up, people get impatient, and it messes with the flow of the day. It's a small detail, but it adds up. But not everything's bad form from it. One of the best things about Goiânia is the sense of safety. Compared to other cities, we don't have that much violence. It's not perfect, of course, but overall, it feels calm. The police presence is strong, and most people here are respectful. You can walk around in many areas without feeling nervous. That's rare in a lot of places in Brazil. Still, the city faces real problems, like the rising number of homeless people. Lately, the city's been relocating people from the center to other areas, and I notice more of them settling along the streets I ride. It's hard to ignore. You feel it. You see people struggling while traffic rushes by like they're invisible. It makes you stop and think, what kind of city are we building? But through all of this clean spots and messy ones, fast bikes and slow lights, this is still home. Goiânia isn't perfect, but it has soul. It has a kind of quiet charm that grows on you the more time you spend here. And that's why I keep riding. Not just to get around, but to see my city with new eyes, and maybe help others do the same. I've been thinking a lot lately about what I really want, and it's funny how simple the answer is. I want peace of mind, less stress, more freedom. Just a life that feels like mine. One of my goals right now is to get a new motorcycle. Don't get me wrong, my CG150 has served me well, but it's getting old. Things keep breaking, and I use it every single day. It's time for something more reliable. I've been eyeing the Royal Enfield Himalayan 450. It's a bike that makes me feel something again like the first time I got on a motorcycle. It's not just about looks or power, it's about feeling ready for the road ahead. But yeah, it's not cheap. Getting one would be a stretch. I'd have to make sacrifices, but part of me knows it's worth it, because it's more than a bike, it's a symbol of the life I'm trying to build. The truth is, I want to keep creating, keep filming, keep exploring, whether it's in this city or somewhere new. And to do that, I need tools I can trust. A duodometer, reliable bike, and a bit of courage. I'm not chasing luxury, I'm chasing clarity, something that gives me less trouble and more room to move, to create, and to grow. And maybe that's the lesson here. Sometimes you don't need to change everything. You just need to take the next step. Upgrade one part of your life. Make one bold move, and see where that road leads.
So, if you've made it this far, thank you, really. I know this wasn't some viral, fast-paced video. It's just a simple ride through a simple city with some honest thoughts along the way. But maybe that's what makes it special. It's real. No script, no acting. Just life as it is. Sometimes that's all we need. To hear someone being real, showing the world through their own lens. I'm still figuring things out. I'm not a pro at editing. I'm not famous. I'm just a guy trying to turn his passion into something meaningful. And every view, every like, every comment, it matters more than you know. This journey isn't just mine. If you're watching this, you're already part of it. Whether you ride a bike, work a 9-to-5, or dream about changing your life, you're not alone. We're all trying to find our way. So if you like this video, even just a little, consider subscribing to the channel. Leave a comment, tell me where you're from, or what kind of content you'd love to see next. Because this is just the beginning. I've got more places to show you, more stories to tell, and hopefully more roads to ride, together. Thanks again for being here. Take care, ride safe, and I'll see you in the next one.